Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 2019. Came back a little bit early because I did want to show you guys that there is a lime fill station on the map here. You can actually look at it on the map up here. Here's our fields, and it's just up here a little bit to the north. Probably still a little bit more efficient for us because of where our fields are located to just go to the shop. But I wanted to at least show you that this existed so that you guys, if you're in your own game, you can keep an eye out on that for your on your own maps, I should say. Also, I mean, if you got one of these bigger fields out here, I would imagine that this is just more convenient anyway. The other cool thing about this is, I was say, why does it give me an option? The other cool thing about this is that you can just fill up exactly how much you need instead of, buying a whole bunch of bags that you may or may not use. I'm going to go ahead and fill the whole thing up. If I remember correctly, you use a lot of lime. In fact, we may have to come back and fill up again, which if that's the case, we'll probably just go to the shop at that point because it's a little bit closer. We'll go ahead and get this thing filled up, and there we go. We're at 100%. I don't think it costs any more here. I think it's literally the exact same price. Actually, let's see here. $16.19 for 9,000. And if we come over here, let's see. We're looking for $16.19 for 9,000. We're looking for, was it not pallets, right? No, it's big bags. So this would give us, to get 9,000, it would be 4.5 bags. 4 bags is 18,000. Oh, wow. And then a half bag would be another 225. So that's 20,000. Okay, it is cheaper. Well, then there you go, guys. Is it worth the drive all the way over here because it's a little bit further away? That's for you to judge, I suppose. But it is cheaper, so that's good to know. Also, real quick, before I drive this all the way back, our worker did finish his task. So let's come back over here. Wow, that was a little weird. It was a little bit wobbly there. We are going to... Actually, what we're going to do is we're just going to grab the truck real quick. Oh, he didn't actually finish it. He thinks he finished it. We'll do this last little pass here, but let's grab the truck. Get the trailer, assuming the truck can actually haul this. I actually don't know. You would hope that a truck would be able to haul this much. If it can't, it's probably because of the tires more than the engine, because it's got a, what, a 300 plus horsepower engine, which, granted, doesn't have the same amount of torque as an actual big old truck, but it's going to have a right amount of horsepower. Let's go ahead and do this last little bit here. Lower, turn on, and then we'll just empty it over there at the truck. And then we'll be ready to take that somewhere. But I just wanted to get this done so that we can go and get rid of the harvester, because we're not going to need it for a little while. Save us a little bit of money before we get charged for another hour or something like that. Do this last little pass ourselves. And then it's time to start planting again. And I don't have to think about what we're going to plant. I think we'll just do some more soybeans, especially if we're planning on waiting. If we're planning on holding up and waiting for a good price, then what we may do is just continue to use soybeans, and then I was trying to go without starting. We may just wait for some more soybeans and just keep storing them up until a good price comes along, and then just go dump them all at the same time. Empty this out. Plenty of space in this this tipper, so that's good. Was it about 17,000? Something like that? 17,229. Alright, close cover. And let's just pull this up out of the way. This truck definitely is it's working. It's pulling it. It's not pouring it super fast, though. Alright, let's go back to this guy. Pull the pipe in, and let's go drop you off. We are done with you. Bump it up, bump. Alright, there we go. See how many signs and things we can take out on our way back. This thing's so big. So much quicker than, like, if you saw my first start from scratch, I believe I used the really tiny red one, like the really cheap one, and that thing is, it fills up fast. It doesn't go very fast. and it's not very wide. So it's just so many negatives against it. It makes the whole harvesting process so much slower. You know what? I'm driving this all the way back. I think you can return it. Can you return it from the map? I actually don't remember. That's all right. We're here now. And I don't remember if we have to return these separately or not. We'll just park the whole big... Whoa, bumpity bump. Right there. And let's return. And I was going to say, I'm assuming we're going to have to return that as well. Sell them both back, both tools and the thing. And let's check the prices real quick before we do anything else. Oh, soybeans still dropping. I mean, we haven't been going very fast, so it's not like that much time has passed, to be fair. Well, let's just go ahead and get our line back over there. Do I want to speed up time, though, while we're waiting? I mean, in theory, I'd kind of rather only speed up time when it's time to wait for the harvest to come up, just because that's the only time that, you know, there's at least something to do. I guess we can go this back road. Might be a little bit quicker. Probably more dangerous, though, to be fair. No train, no train, no train. Oh, we're good. I was going to say, as I take that thing out. Oh, I should have taken that little dirt path. That's all right. Come up here and we'll take a path to the right up here in a second. I mean, I was talking about getting a silo, but I guess that trailer's not going anywhere. So we don't really have to silo unless we've got more stuff to harvest that we need that trailer for. So presumably we could just leave it in the trailer for a while. Oh, oh, no, don't fall over. I guess I'll go around. Well, no, we'll go through the field. Why not? It's not our field. Who cares? It's a really bad attitude. I apologize. You can't actually damage other people's fields if I hadn't mentioned that before. And we're going to miss the field altogether anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, hello. Damage. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that damage to that wall before. I don't remember it. Alright, let's unfold the spreader. And turn it on. Get everything relimed. We'll get it reseeded, refertilized, cultivated, all the things. And that's what our special tool does, all the things for us, which is awesome. Oh, I missed a whole line there. We'll just have to come back and get it, because I'll I'll scooch over just a little bit. Hopefully we can just get that last little pass here in a minute. It's a pretty wide spreader, and I still missed a spot. That's just terrible. I mean, I don't technically have to do it, and it probably cost me more lime to fill up that section than the lime's returns on investment through the crop, but I still want to get it done. Especially as quickly as the lime drains out. This is just extra limed now. Not a very flat field, is it? Didn't realize how hilly it was in spots. I still miss that little edge there. I hate when we do that. Like, I just always just miss like a little bit of the edge. All right, that I am not going to go back over and grab. That's just a mixture of the fact that when it turns off, it looks like it's covering the spot, but it's just spraying out a little bit, so it's not quite covering it correctly. And again, I probably could have done this better to only do this in one last pass, saved us a little bit of stuff, but oh well. We might have enough lime for... Well, we definitely would have had enough lime for both these fields if I hadn't messed up. But it's going to be a close call on this one now. Yeah, the other field's bigger, so I don't think we'll have quite enough, unfortunately. I mean, what I can do is I can go get like a bag of lime just to have it extra, but I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, though, if we make the trip all the way back to get some new lime, it's not going to... I'm just going to hire the worker for this part. Oh, apparently he didn't like that. Just let him do it more precisely. But, you know, we're going to need the lime anyway, so going up and filling up again to get some more lime is not a big deal. It's not actually going to be a problem. How bad is that spot over there? Just, it's not that bad. A tiny spot of needing more lime. We'll get it next time we come through. Now we can take our other tractor. I guess we could take this one. I mean, it's got the granny wheels on it, or the care wheels. I say granny. That was bad. I apologize. It's got the teeny tiny wheels on it. If you're a granny and you were insulted by my granny wheels comment, I apologize. I love my granny. There's nothing wrong with grannies. Let's go over here and I think this tractor can handle this thing just fine. I assume. Yeah, I think so. It's got seed in it, it's got fertilizer in it, so we're actually ready to rock and roll now. Question is, do we need more soybean? You know what? Why not? I mean, we've already got some, and we were planning on holding on to it. Let me just come back over here and check until the price goes up a little bit. In fact, I think price is even further down, isn't it? Wasn't it closer to 1,600 earlier? So I think we wait till the price comes up. So let's just go ahead and do some more soybean. I don't know if there's any reason to change what we're doing right now. Oh, scooch out of the way. There you go. Of course, I have buildings and tractors in the way now. There we go. Now let's do a double batch of soybean and be ready to just drop it all off once the prices start going back up. I think that'll work for us. Lower sower. Turn on sower. Let's go. I'm not going to get that corner, or did I mess up? I probably messed up. I'm going to hire a worker for this as well. Let them get going. Now we're good, I think. Let's go check you. You going to have enough lime? Probably not. Not once he finishes, we'll just go get some more lime. Let's go get our truck, though. Let's get this thing out of the way. Yeah, like I said, there's no reason to unload this trailer right now as far as I know. So let's just park this over here. Park it behind our beehive, because why not? Attach you. There you go. We're ready to drop that off when the price does go back up. Anything else we need to go get right now while we're waiting on that thing? I don't think so. I think we're just waiting on that thing to finish. And then we will go to rock and roll after that. Train. Are you going to have enough? Did you do better, Mr. Worker? That you're going to be able to finish this in one pass? Probably not. I mean, we could turn on the thing where the worker just automatically buys refills so that we don't have to mess with it, but I don't know. That should be fine just to go drive and get some more. I don't know. It might have done this better than me. I mean, I'm sure it did. What am I saying? I'm sure it did it better than I can, but it might have done it well enough that it's going to be close. Oh, come on. Do good. 400. 300. Oh, I think we're good. 200. Oh, we got it. Good job, worker. Nice. 1% left over. That is pretty awesome. Well, there you go. Saved us a trip. Probably worth the cost of paying for the worker for right now. I mean, like I said, we are going to need to get some more lime eventually, but right now did not have to be that time. Just back up a little bit. Attach that there. There we go. All right, now what? Again, we got to see this other field here in a minute, but other guy's still seeding at the moment, so nothing for us to do. I mean, eventually we'll have a second seeder to be able to come over here and do this as well, but that's not something we need right now. We already got the first batch of fertilization going down with this field, so we don't have to worry about that. We won't need to fertilize again until it's, well, literally until it's time to fertilize after the first stage of growth. So we could go do a contract real quick. Get us a little bit more money. Can we see any income from anything yet? We got the construction costs in there. We got the vehicle leasing costs. Oh, so expensive. We got animal output, which that's not it. Fertilizer costs. Contract income. I don't see any extra income from anything. Does it come? Has it even been an hour? It may not have even been an hour, to be honest. Because we are going pretty slow. And we'll come back again in a minute. We'll come back at 1400 to see if it's... Maybe it just hasn't been an hour since I built those. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do now. Like I said, I guess we were looking at contracts. That's right. Let's see. We got weeding, which we could go do. Do we have a physical weeder? I don't think we have a physical weeder, right? We've got harvesting. Transporting. We're not going to do the transporting. I think we've decided that was not really worthwhile. Fertilizing. I mean, we could go do this. It's actually really nice. And since our breedle is empty, we can go to use that. Although we could just use the liquid fertilizer. That being said, I think we have a lot of dry fertilizer, don't we? And we can always go get more. Baling. Honestly, 18,000 bucks for fertilizing? Not bad. Now let's do this. Let's go do this. Do I want to use the liquid fertilizer? You know what? Why not? Let's use the liquid fertilizer. I think it's a little bit quicker. And the thing about that is that we can save this dry fertilizer for our seeder. We're going to use it there anyway, so it's not like it's going to go to the waste. I love the fact that the grass is growing up into our trailer there. It's kind of funny. Apparently it's been left long enough. Let's back up our truck here. It's a little bit in the way. All right, yeah, we can get our workers to continue to do these fields while we go do the other stuff. I bet this has herbicide in it, doesn't it? Why are you not? I was like, why are you not hooking up? There we go. It does have herbicide. Can we just empty that? Yes. Or no. Not enough space to unload. Okay. What do we have to do? Come over here. There we go. So herbicide is unloaded. We can go get some fertilizer now. We'll just go buy it from the store, I suppose. I don't think there's anything on the map that has fertilizer, is there? I think so. Actually, there's two lime stations. There's another lime station over there. I don't see anything that can give us fertilizer, so we will just... Which field are we doing? We're doing... I actually don't remember which field we have a contract for. 4. I was like, I knew there's a 4 in it. It was like, surely it's not 14 for that price. Keep hitting the wrong button, sorry. 4 is fairly large field. Not the biggest, but pretty large. Forget how much this thing holds. I actually don't know. I mean, I know the dry fertilizer actually goes pretty slowly, so there's a lot, one batch of dry fertilizer probably enough to do that entire field. I don't know if the same holds true for the liquid fertilizer. Yes, there's only one way to find out. 18,000 bucks for that, though. It's so nice. Alright, let's buy us some fertilizer. We want pallets, yes. Fertilizer tanks, yes. I assume we're gonna need like 2 or 3 of these at least. Refill. I just don't remember how much this thing holds actually. I could be wrong. This thing is gonna hold barely 2,000. We may wish we had the extra tank for this thing. Well, let's go figure out how much this thing consumes, and then we'll make a judgment call from there. What's the fastest way to 4? Let's go up this road to the left. I mean, in theory, we might have wanted to swap tractors and use the care wheels for this part, and then use the bigger tractor for the other part, or the bigger wheels for the seeding and stuff. I don't think it'll matter, though. I mean, the seeder seems to be moving along just fine. Doesn't seem to be heavy enough to make a super big impact. It could also just be that they haven't simulated that. I honestly don't know. For all I know, the only difference between the care wheels and the regular wheels is that the care wheels don't stomp over your crop. Maybe the traction side of things, there's literally no difference. I really don't know. It's possible there's a speed decrease that I'm just not noticing, which would be logical. Because why else would they offer all these other cool wheels other than just, I guess, a graphical coolness factor? I sure hope this liquid fertilizer does not drain super fast. This is kind of a long trip. I mean, I could get the extra tank to put on the front of a tractor, but I don't think this tractor is one of the ones that can have that, so didn't really bother in this case. This is field 4, isn't it? Right up here on the right? Yes. Alright, that's a big old field. Let's unfold the sprayer. One good thing about this sprayer versus the other spreader we have, this thing is wider. Now, is it wide enough that is the quantity? I mean, it's going to go faster in one sense, but I'm just hoping it doesn't go faster in the sense that it's suddenly, you know, we have to go fill up 12 times or something crazy. Let's, yeah, just turn on the sprayer. Let's go. Should be able to do this one myself. I can see it pretty easily. Fertilizer's going relatively slow. I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, it's draining really slowly. I think we'll be alright for this whole field. We're going to get most of it, that's for sure. What's the button to cruise control? There we go. It's like, I know there's a button for cruise control, so I don't have to sit here and hold it down the whole time. Guess I'm not quite centered. Or straight, I should say. Oh yeah, this is draining nice and slowly. We're going to be fine. Could give this job to the worker, but honestly, we'll let the worker keep doing what he's doing over there. I mean, we can have 2 workers, obviously, you know, for sure, but there's no reason to. We'll just keep doing this ourselves. This is easy, and then we'll swap over to the other worker. We'll put a worker here when it's time to go swap over and change fields on the other side. Oh, I like that waterfall over there. It's really cool. Barely see it, but it definitely looks cool. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some of these big fields up here. Some nice views. I actually feel like, I mean, the views definitely feel nicer. Got the water over there. We got the river and the waterfall. Not bad. Go, little tractor, go. I like to hearing the birds and stuff. It's pretty cool. turn it off. Let's make a big old U-turn here. Hopefully the audio's okay. Hopefully the video's okay. I've been having been trying to mess around with different settings in OBS for different video quality and different audio settings, things like that. I was having some encoder issues where I was trying to go just slightly too high of a quality and a bit rate to handle the encoding on the video card. So I think I got a perfect balance of quality and bit rate. It actually says I'm recording at 450,000 bits per second. I don't know how true that is, because I feel like when I actually go check the bit rate of the video when it's done, it's only like 60,000. You only really need like 30,000 to upload 1440, video to at 60 frames per second to YouTube. In fact, I think even YouTube drops it down even further than that. Once it does its own encoding stuff on it, or rendering or whatever it does. But I wanted to go a little bit high because I want to make sure that the quality issues are not on my end. Like I wanted to get as high quality as I possibly can, so that when I do all the rendering and things like that, that it has the best chance to just make sure it's good quality on the screen for you guys. So please let me know if there's any issues, any blips, any weirdness. Apparently I've dropped 180 frames out of the last 97,000. It's a pretty good rate, I suppose. And that's just due to encoding lag, apparently. In fact, that might have all just been up front. It may have buffered itself enough that it's not even having issues now. But yeah, just trying to make sure I get the best quality I possibly can. I've paid a lot of money for the camera and the really expensive computer and everything else. So I'd like to make sure that you guys are getting the best quality you possibly can get, because I mean, if I'm watching YouTube videos, I want to be good quality as well. We're already down to 65%. I mean, I know this is going slowly as far as how much it's draining the fertilizer, but this is a really big field. I think we'll still be okay, but wow. I could try and overlap a little bit less. Hope my mute went through on that. I had to drop the controller to mute my button so I could cough. All right, come on, guys. Keep it going. Mr. G over there is almost done with our first field. And like I said, we'll move him over to the second one after that. If I wasn't using a worker, I'd probably bump up to 5 speed. And I've done that before, even with the worker, because it doesn't really cost us that much. But I'll wait a little bit. I want to bump it up to speed just so I can see how much income we're getting from any of the automated things. 50 days to get a profit on that beehive. Probably not a good idea to get a beehive, but I kind of wanted it because it was kind of cool looking. The 15 to 18 days on the lettuce isn't terrible. That's not too bad. Start getting profit after that. That's pretty good turnaround. Oh yeah, we are going to have to fill up again, I think, before we finish this field, because we're almost to 50% on the tank. Now, we were started at 90, so technically 50% of what we brought would be 45%, but I don't think we're going to be close to halfway on the field. Now, I am overlapping probably quite a bit more than I need to be fair. I can try and start overlapping less. I mean, the only good thing is that, as usual, contract jobs, you don't technically have to finish the whole thing. Oh, this thing goes fast. When you don't have that sprayer on, and I've just got the cruise control still going, this thing flies. This is a really big field. And this isn't even one of the biggest ones. I mean, it's probably the second largest, though, to be fair. It's hard to say. 4, 5, and 11 are all really, really big, so definitely one of the biggest ones. I mean, 8 is, I think, the biggest, but this one's pretty big. Pretty nice field. See, once we get up to like this level, I might start doing cotton and stuff, because Again, I haven't really done it before, so I'm only going based off what I've heard online, but I've heard that cotton is really just not worth the investment until you can really get the big fields to get the most crop possible coming back in. How's our worker doing? About 2 more passes, probably. Go, little tractor, go. All right, well, we're actually at time anyway, so we are going to go ahead and put a cut in here, I believe, and I'll probably finish up at least most of this contract before I come back and start working on that other field as well with the seeding, stuff like that. So, but I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.